I said, no child support, no opinion. My ex-husband showed up to our son's birthday party uninvited and started lecturing me about spending too much money on presents, so I asked him in front of everyone how much child support he'd paid in the last 3 years. Marcus and I divorced when Tyler was 4. The custody agreement, Marcus got visitation every other weekend, and he'd pay $400 monthly child support. He managed visitation for 6 months before excuses started. Work's crazy right now. My car broke down. I'm not feeling well. The child support lasted even less time. First payment was late, second payment was short. By month 4, nothing. His excuse, money's tight, but I'll catch up next month. Next month never came, but the opinions sure did. Marcus would call and criticize everything. Tyler's bedtime was too early. I was feeding him too much junk food. His clothes were too expensive. I was spoiling him instead of teaching him real values. He needs discipline, not coddling, he'd say during his rare phone calls. You're turning him into a soft kid who expects everything handed to him. This from a man who hadn't bought his son a Happy Meal in 2 years. Interference got worse when Tyler started school. Marcus would show up to parent-teacher conferences uninvited, questioning my decisions about Tyler's activities. Does he really need those expensive sneakers? You're teaching him to value material things. Are you serious? I'd say. When's the last time you bought him anything? I provide emotional support. That's more important than money. Tyler's 7th birthday was the breaking point. I'd saved for months to throw him a party, rented a bounce house, bought decorations, invited his whole class. Tyler was so excited he barely slept the night before. Marcus showed up halfway through the party. No gift, no invitation, just walked into my backyard. This is excessive, he announced loud enough for parents to hear. You're spoiling him with all this unnecessary stuff. Kids don't need elaborate parties to be happy. I was refilling cups when I heard him telling Tyler's friend's mom, his mother goes overboard with everything. She's teaching him that love means buying things. Unhealthy values. I walked over with a paper plate. Marcus, can I talk to you for a minute? I'm just explaining to Mrs. Anderson how important it is to teach children gratitude instead of entitlement. Mrs. Anderson looked uncomfortable. She knew Marcus wasn't around much, but she didn't know the full story. That's interesting, I said. How much did you contribute to this party? It's not about money. How much child support have you paid this year? His face went red. That's between us? No, it's not. You're giving parenting advice to other people about my son. So let's talk numbers. Mrs. Anderson, would you like to know how much Tyler's father has contributed to his care in the past 3 years? We don't need to air our private business. $0, I said clearly. Not 1 cent, no birthday presents, no school supplies, no clothes, no food, no medical bills, nothing. The other parents had stopped talking and were listening now. I said, no child support, no opinion. You don't get to critique how I spend my money on our son when you haven't spent any of yours? Marcus started backing toward the gate. You're being dramatic. Am I? Tyler, come here, baby. Tyler ran over, still holding his party favor. Can you tell Mr. Marcus thank you for your birthday present? Tyler looked confused. What present? That's my point, I said to Marcus. You have no standing to judge how I celebrate our son when you can't even remember his birthday. Mrs. Anderson and 2 other moms were staring at Marcus. One of them was recording on her phone. I don't have to listen to this, Marcus said. You're right. You can leave the same way you came, uninvited and empty-handed. Marcus left through the back gate. Tyler asked if he was okay, and I told him Daddy just had to go to work. Mrs. Anderson came over after the other guests left. I had no idea. He was acting like he was the primary parent. He does that a lot. Shows up to criticize, but never to contribute. She nodded. My ex tried the same thing after our divorce. Some men think fatherhood means giving order, not paying bills. The video Mrs. Anderson's friend posted went viral in our local mom group. Deadbeat dad crashes birthday party to complain about spoiling while owing 3 years of child support. Marcus called me that night furious about being publicly humiliated. I told him he humiliated himself by trying to parent from the sidelines while dodging his responsibilities. He hasn't shown up uninvited since.